What's up, college football fans? Don't forget to check out and order your copy of Stiff Arming Football Myths, our latest football game plan book. So go on our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copy. We have these available in paperback as well as in PDF form.
Let's look at some coaching points for both teams in this ball game, starting with Southern Oregon. Defense has to get early stops. That's one way you can knock off a football team like Marian. You have to put these guys in backed-up situations very early and force them to break tendencies, and it all starts with your defense being able to get off the field early and get those early stops. And Austin Dodge, the quarterback, has to play efficient football. He doesn't have to go out there and try to push the football deep down the field each and every play. He has to be efficient, play smart. I love his tools. I love the way he can throw the football all around the field. Reminds me a lot of Jay Cutler. But again, play efficient football this game, and it could ultimately lead you to a championship. And you want to make Hayden Northern beat you throwing the football. That's the quarterback of Marian. They want to run the football with Tevin Lake and operate off play action. You want to stop the run, force Northern to make plays consistently in the passing game, and that's how you could have some success. And for Marian in this ball game, they're going to have to continue to play well in the red zone, where at least defensively they do. Only 45% team score touchdowns once they get inside the 20 versus the Knights, but offensively they have to do a better job. That 57% has to get up to at least 75% touchdown percentage this game versus Southern Oregon. And the second thing I'll look at, they have to just come in and feed Tevin Lake. I think they can lean on that defensive line of Southern Oregon and feed the rock to one of the best running backs in the country regardless of division. Let Lake lead you to victory this game versus SOU. And the cornerbacks of Marian have to win the individual matchups. They're facing a potent passing attack in this ball game with Southern Oregon. Austin Dodge is a quarterback that loves to push the football vertically deep down the field, and they have two excellent receivers in Ryan Retzliff and Dylan Young. Both guys are over 1,400 yards receiving and 32 touchdowns combined. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the safeties to stay over top and those cornerbacks to win the individual matchups initially. And the biggest X factor for the Raiders will be their run defense. I alluded to it earlier. One of the keys to victory for Marian will be to lean on this defensive line. I think they're light up front, and they tend to give up big yards on the ground, 4.9 yards a carry. That can't happen this week versus the Knights because of talented tailback Tevin Lake. And the biggest X factor for Marian will be their passing game. Hayden Northern has to come out and hit those passes early. He has to connect early to loosen up that box so that way Tevin Lake can have more room to run throughout the course of the game. Now, here are some 2015 draft prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ball game. Two guys I talked about a lot throughout the course of the video: Austin Dodge, the quarterback of Southern Oregon, and Marian University's Tevin Lake. Both guys, in my opinion, have the skill set to play at the next level. Dodge is one of the best quarterbacks you've never heard of in the country, and so is Tevin Lake, one of the best tailbacks, a guy that has done it consistently over the last 3 seasons. Mark Helfrich, before he became the Oregon Ducks head coach, he was an outstanding quarterback for Southern Oregon from 1992 to 1995, in which he was an NAIA All-American and had his best season in 1993 as he set school records for passing yards, touchdowns, and total offense. And the 2012 Marian football team gets my nod for the campus legend. This is a football team that started their program back in 2007, and 5 short years later, they found themselves winning the NAIA championship. Guys that are on that team, are still on this football team now, which is why they're trying to win their second title in 2 years. I like Southern Oregon in this ball game. I believe the Raiders can play any type of game they want to. They can throw it all around the stadium, 2 excellent receivers, but they can also run the football. And I think when you look at what they do well, they apply pressure. Yes, their defensive line may not be as stout versus the run, but they do a great job in playing on your side of the line of scrimmage. So I think you'll see a complete effort offensively and defensively, making Southern Oregon the NAIA champions for 2014.